Hello and welcome to the Saturday morning live stream where we talk about all different things related to tech. Thank you for spending part of your day here. I do want to say thank you to our channel members and I appreciate your support. I do a member stream right before this one, and I always try to keep these streams real. I have my little rants. I keep things even realer. Not really the word to use for that. We get even more real in there. And I'm going to start this stream off strong. I'm right, Jack Steiner, or Rhett, who's one of our channel members, says it. Says it all right here. Morning all. Rhett here for about 20 minutes. Craig rant quickly. And yeah, I had a good rant. We were talking, a thumbs down. Somebody gave me a thumbs down already. Dang. You know what? Do a triple click on those thumbs downs. But anyways, right off the bat, we're talking about how how the UK wanted Apple to do a backdoor into their end-to-end encryption. And my answer to that is I think Apple needs to tell the EU and the UK to F you, because I think those guys are just overstepping and constantly trying to push around Apple to do things the way they see it. So anyways, I had a little more rant on that. Oh, someone reversed their thumbs down. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's one thing I don't like about this software. I get to show your comments, but it shows me the thumbs down real time. 12 thumbs up now. Thank you very much. But yeah, that was the rant there. But during that stream, we also talked about Aqara's new bulbs, which I'm using one behind me. We talked about how Matter and Thread suck at times. Eric, Modern Day Tech, was talking about how he's having some issues with his stuff. So we get into all different things during that member stream. It is definitely a good chance to come by. And if you ever have any tech problems too, that member stream's a great time that we could kind of bounce through those things. So thank you guys all for being there. Now back to the top, and this isn't the top of the chat for you guys. It's the top of my chat, but it has everyone's comments. And good morning, Alan, another one of our channel members. And V, I did see your comment on the member stream, but was saying that yes, Apple, rather than open a backdoor in the UK, stopped the high security that would make most customers' phones usable, and security in this country has other ways. See, and that's one of those things. Apple didn't open a backdoor into their encrypted setup. Right now, Apple's iCloud is end-to-end encryption, and only the user can unlock the data. Apple didn't want to undo that, so what they've done is remove that end-to-end encryption in the UK. So they're not saying, hey, you could come in and get things that you want, but we take the walls down. We can't. You hack, you get past it, you intercept that data and can unencrypt it. We didn't give it to you. We didn't break any of our trust, but we can't use this feature. So they've turned off a feature. It shouldn't make much of a difference for most people, but it is something there. And Alan, I appreciate you checking in on everybody too. And Thomas, good morning, everyone from Phoenix, Arizona. Hey, thank you for joining us, Thomas. I appreciate it. And Bill, I appreciate you being here, man. Bill is the guy that I will see in Discord, and I'll see a time check, and I'll go, okay, I've been talking way too long. Got to catch up. So I appreciate you being here, Bill. And good morning to you, Nick. Thank you for being here. And Channel for Fans is the one and only tech guy himself. Anywho, today I just got a new Ford Torino Custom. Very cool. I don't know, what is the Ford Torino? Will it fill? Okay. Car produce. Oh, wow. Okay. If I knew how to spell and paid attention. You got one of these. Very cool. It looks, wow. Yeah. That, no anti-lock brakes and those kind of things. I learned that the hard way with my dad's 68 Mustang that I crashed going way too fast. But very cool. I hope you enjoy it. And tomorrow I'm going to the beach to relax, have all the doors open, Have a nice cold can of Pepsi in hand and enjoy the sun. Thank you for your update, and I hope you have a great day. And good morning, William. Thank you for being here. And yeah, we got ranted quickly. And Duncan, another channel member. Thank you, Duncan, for being here. Our Scotsman in Texas. And then, yeah, let's see. Everybody saying hi. Feeling much better. Thank you for your wish for my illness, Alan. Yes, Alan's awesome. Great support. Diamond Painting with Finn. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Lawrence, I'm going to call him the King of Matter. Thank you, Lawrence, for being here. Man, oh man, I'm having issues in my smart home. I added a couple Matter over Thread devices, and so many of Nanoleaf, most of my Nanoleaf Thread stuff isn't working correctly now. So not enjoying that. David, just done a quick test. If you use the Philip Hue app or Switch or even Apple Home app, the afterglow isn't an issue. Seems to be a thing when using an Aqara. Oh, so interesting. Yeah, we're talking about afterglow in some lights. And what I found out in Apple Home, if you dim a light down, like for example, I have a light I'm testing here. If I dimmed it down to off on the slider, the bulb glowed. But if I turned it off by pushing the button for off, it went out 100%. So that's what David did a little test on his Philip Hue bulbs since our member stream. Brian, good morning. And yeah, hope you're having a great weekend too. And JSW, thank you for being here. 24 degrees. Wow. At least you got some sun. That's good. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like, that thumbs up. Thank you. And someone, I appreciate the reversal on someone. Do you think Apple will make a Vision Pro 2 after the fail of the first edition? I think they will. I think what I really think I could see happening is they'll update the chip. They'll make a Vision Air or something. I think that's really going to be the next thing from them. Yeah, I think they overshot the runway big time. I think the thing to me, a great solution for a starter product that needs more processing is if you take one of their devices that is powerful enough and it had to drive the processing while the R1 chip that drives all the cameras, that stays in the headset. And then, you have a MagSafe battery or battery pack you got to put on. So you USB that, they get an iPhone upgrade, $1,500, $2,000 for the headset, but instead strap a full computer to your face. And yeah, I really blame Apple for not doing well. I think Apple needed to really kind of push developers and push customers to want to get it. They're copping out with iPad apps on there. So you're like, great, floating iPad. But if they made some of their apps even cooler, so that too cool to ignore, then I think there'd be a better shot. But this could easily be like the Studio Display from Apple, that there's a $5,000 Studio Display with a $1,000 stand. It just caters that market. And then 4 years later or something, they came out with the, that's the XDR display, the 32-inch. Then they came out with the Studio Display that cost $1,500 for 27-inch. So I see that same kind of path. We could be looking at 2 to 4 years of the headset doing nothing until, look at HomePods. They did nothing until Apple really decided to do something. But yeah, think about, I saw somebody leave a comment on the Vision Pro video, and that was a midweek video. If you haven't checked it out, please do. But someone left a comment thinking it wasn't really flushed out. But if you look at it, Apple's been playing in AR for a long time within their apps. When you're able to put that laptop on your desk and look around it in AR with your phone, that was Apple. That's like practicing that AR stuff. And it is good. It just isn't as useful as it should be. Good morning, Tom. My question this morning, should I download all my books of my Kindles based on Amazon's upcoming change? I would, I have a ton of Amazon books, and I appreciate you bringing this up. This is great stuff to bring up. In the next week, Amazon is removing the ability to download your apps or download your books. You have, like, it might be the sooner than later that you can go to Amazon, download PDF versions of your books, and you will have copies of them. For me personally, the chances of reading a book again are very rare. Now that you bring this up, I can think of maybe five to 10 books that I might want to download and possibly read again. But the most of them I wouldn't worry about it. And the reason to think about this even is that Amazon apparently has refreshed copies of books that have already been released with changes made to them. So there is the possibility that a book you're reading could be rewritten or changed. I don't see it happening for anything that I'm reading, but it's a possibility. You know, you could censor books in theory, but you would have the hard copy. So the idea, though, is if you just said, I'm done with you 100% with Amazon, the only copy you really own would be that downloaded version. So if there's some books that you really can picture yourself reading and you can see the possibility of just saying, I'm done. I'm done. I hate you, Amazon. I don't want Kindles and any of that. Maybe, but yeah, it's kind of if somehow they did tweak the books, I would never know because I didn't see them. Mark, I missed the stream, but I'm back now. Thank you, Mark, for being here. I do appreciate it. And Larry is another one of our channel members. That's where he's got the little gold badge there, and he's a moderator. Lawrence, Thread gives you the pain of Wi-Fi on the mesh backbone of Zigbee. It is. And it's like the two Aqara bulbs I added, I first did Matter over Thread, and it just became a mess. I removed those two. The mess stayed within the Thread network. I added those two to the Aqara hub, consistent as can be, and I love the bulbs. Connect them with Zigbee, awesome. Connect them with Thread over Matter, not into it as of now. So, Blake, good morning, Blake. Thank you for being here. And Blake, actually, Blake's been helping out with some videos. And the one of them is tomorrow. It's on the Aqara G5 Pro. So if you're not burnt out on hearing about that, since there's already been like 17 videos that released at the same exact time, please watch my video tomorrow. I do like this Aqara G5 Pro camera a lot. Big reason why is in Apple Home. I did watch some of Reed's video where he mentioned you can't do that. Motion doesn't get captured ahead of time within the Aqara app, so it's a little late to respond. But my experience with it, I use it within the Apple Home app, and I've been loving the camera because I want everything centralized in Apple Home. And with this camera, you know, it'll trigger motion, and I see where the motion is, but within Apple Home, it's back timing that thing, so it's picking up stuff. So for me, it's been a great experience using the camera within Apple Home. Using it within, you know, on an Echo Show, you're just calling up a camera. You're not doing much with it at that point. So there's no recording benefit there. So, but yeah, if you can check out that video, I would appreciate it. And I hope you guys realize on this channel that, God, I just want to post the amount of people that reach out for videos. And I say no because I just don't believe in most of the stuff that I see out there. So like you'll see stuff from Aqara. I like the SwitchBot stuff because they've made interesting things and kind of touch on stuff that's different in the market. But Aqara for me has been a great consistent device. So but yeah, that's important. That I really hope people know that I don't bring many sponsors onto this channel because most of the stuff I don't even use. Right now in the background, my SwitchBot vacuum is running. because it does every morning. But yeah, thank you, Blake, for being here and editing tomorrow's video. And I really hope everyone checks it out because it is a nice camera. Unfortunately, it is not battery powered. That is one of the biggest knocks against it, in my opinion. But it all depends on your use case. Yeah, last week I had some stuttering happening, and actually for the past 2 weeks. So I think we got that fixed. David, part of me thinks with Apple UK issues, if you've got nothing to hide, what's the problem? What with letting in requesting data and stuff? Yeah, for me, it's just like stay out of my crap. You have no like I don't like the idea that you like I don't have crap to hide. I mean majority 98% of people probably have nothing to hide. But I hate the idea that if you go with Google Cloud Service, they skim your files to see if you potentially have anything you shouldn't have. Illegal content. I hate that idea. It's like because it's like 98% of people don't. So why do you? Let's just get a little. Let me just give a once over and see if you're allowed to put this on my stuff. And I'm like, no, you don't get to decide. I don't like rules from people, like rando rules. Like I have a restaurant or FedEx. I leave FedEx and there's a right turn only. I'm like, no. I'm not going some long out of the distance way because some rando dude named Todd decided no, we're only designing this for a right. I say, shut up. It's a little bitty substreet. So I'm not taking some long way around because Todd decided this is right turn only. No. So I'm really anti-rules on nonsense. Like UK, they're like, can you just make it easier for us to just get to the data we want? No, it wasn't yours to begin with. So you got to earn it. You got to work for that stuff. I also have a freelancer mindset. I've been a freelancer since I was 21, so I haven't had the protection of a company for a long time. So yeah, it's one of those things that sink or swim has been my way of providing for myself. So I have a very get out of my way. I don't need your dumb rules because you're part of a bureaucracy. And you want to put your little thing on it. I hate that. Overreach. I hate overreach of any kind. So that's my rant. Really, he didn't visit during the membership. Good. But yeah, I hate overreach where it's like, we should get to do. No, shut up. Just shut up. No, go mess with someone else. Blake, more Amazon BS. If you've ever, bought books on Kindle, this weekend's your last time. So last time to download it. And that's something to consider is maybe look out there and see what other kind of readers read PDFs. Because it could be one of those things that you switch over to another e-ink reader, and you could upload all those PDFs. Advanced in encryption on a phone is not the same as encryption. You have to be a diplomat or multi-billionaire using it. So encryption is not so bad for general iPhone users, just to clarify. Yeah, and it's one of those things. For me, a big part of it is if I support customers or I support the idea of like make your product however you want. People don't want it, they can't afford it. The market it determines what it can do. And the cater, like I did see something like David had mentioned about the iPhone being the budget iPhone, the iPhone 16e. And I'm like, I don't think Apple has never said the word budget. And I'm not saying this for David. It made me think about it. I'm like, wait, Apple has never used that term. It's our most affordable iPhone yet. So affordable iPhone, it's like, yeah, that scale can be whatever. Their attitude has been, this is our bottom line. It's not meant for you. Not you, but you. No, I mean, that's kind of their attitude, I think, is a certain amount. Like, we'll bring it down within our structure. But yeah, it's definitely not a budget phone at $500. But yeah, it's one of those things that that's the game they decided to play. The whole group that Apple's willing to kind of go, no. But you know what? I also know that Apple supports their products, that they haven't given up on customers because there's a second life to a lot of these phones. Chris, good morning, afternoon from North Carolina. Hey, Chris, thank you for being here. North Carolina is one of the places my wife is like, okay, if we move the East Coast and it's not Massachusetts, what about North Carolina or something? So I'm like, okay, anywhere. I can't do Massachusetts. Too cool. Channel for fans. So I'm deciding for my Philip Hue light. Do you think having the brightness dimmed down is ambient display for sleep? Do you think having the brightness dimmed down is an ambient display? I'm trying to see. I'm confused on this. Like I think of ambient and sleep, and when I think of sleep, I think of as dim or no light as possible. A big thing I try to do now is keep my room chilly, try to get down like 65. Oh, maybe that's not chilly. Yeah, some rain sounds and dark as can be. So, but yeah, I don't know the ambient display for sleep. If you could let me know about that, that'd be curious. David, see, there's 2 new Era Wi-Fi 7s coming to the UK. Not sure if it'll be available in the US, so they'll have 3 different versions now. Oh, that's a great point. And David, you had mentioned that there's different versions of Aqara's camera. I have a question for you. In the US, and I took a screenshot of this, in the US, actually, hey, I have a web browser. I can just show you this, guys. Aqara's new camera in the US has one version of, they make one version, but David was showing that on the website in the UK, they actually have multiple versions of this camera. Where if we go with the specs on it here for storage, and this is what I took a screenshot of, storage, where did I see it? Free cloud storage. I'm blind. Someone else probably will find it before me. 8 gigabytes. I'm looking for 8 gigabytes. I saw it. Oh no, it's Wi-Fi. God, I'm blind. I gotta get my eyes fixed. No, it doesn't. It's not showing it here. I was looking at it and I took a screenshot, but it was saying that 8 gigs was the only option here in the US that I was seeing. So, but I saw the screenshot you sent that said 32 gigabytes. So my question for you, David, in the UK, do you have a cloud version? Because my conspiracy theory mind is that there's only 8 gigabytes offered in the US, so it kind of drives you towards cloud recording. Because I hadn't heard of any 32 gigabyte version. So that's why I wonder if in the UK, if they don't have cloud service, are they, giving you more room to store on the device? Basically, are they kind of, hobbling ours a little in the US for that cloud storage? That I don't know though. But yeah, Eero. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I have to do kind of a shorter stream today because I have to take my daughter to dance. So I have about 10 minutes. But yeah, the Wi-Fi 7, it's so hard to justify the money right now. It is so hard. So yeah, Lawrence, I like the new Aqara bulb, using it as thread. It's overpriced as Zigbee. It's encouraged me to update and reinstall my other nanoleaf bulbs, which seem to be working reliable so far. Yeah, I feel like where I'm at, Lawrence, is really that I want to just remove all my HomePods and Apple TVs and just start fresh. Because I feel like once I introduced some other thread border routers, basically I think my thread border routers were hijacked by the M4 hub thread network, because I now have an Aqara thread network that wasn't there prior. So, and since that happened, it seemed like there's more issues. So I want the iPads or the iPads, the HomePods to drive everything. But yeah, the thread worked, and then it was disconnecting on me. So Zigbee has been working good. The thing that's nice about having the Aqara bulbs hooked up in the app is you can adjust the timing in them. They're too slow by default. A second and a half fade up and a second and a half down is too slow. So I changed mine to half a second, but really it should be like quarter. But yeah, they're nice bulbs. They lean a little green compared to the Nanoleaf stuff. That's the only knock I have against it is when mixing white, it does go a little green, and that's my lighting designer eye. Diamond, I'm considering buying an iPad for watching things like YouTube and Netflix, so I don't really need much to power it. Should I buy the 10th gen or wait for 11th? At this point, I'd wait for 11th gen, and the big reason why is everything is getting Apple Intelligence support. The cheapest iPhone you can buy now has a chip in it to drive Apple Intelligence. So that means I can really see the next iPad, getting that next step that is going to be the difference in a device that grows in one direction versus one that stays. So with where it's at now and the rumors of new devices coming out sooner than later, I personally would wait on buying any iPads. Waiting for tech from America on some startups and others to work in the UK or being compatible. I just want the vacuum with arms. It's like stagnation in the tech world. Yeah, you know what? I feel like there's a lot of that, and the Matter thread stuff just isn't cutting it in a lot of ways. Bill, we're 25-degree wind chill, 41 degrees beats the 1 degree and -10. I wouldn't even leave the house for months. I don't even leave the house that much, and I got beautiful weather. I can't imagine that. So that is crazy. David, in the UK, you have to have a TV license for BBC channels and services. Since that January, they've just over 1 million households cancel it. 2024, they had 500K. Yeah, that is so weird that you need a TV license for a channel. See, that's the kind of stuff that just feels like it feels like overreach on stuff. Our power company had like like 6 power rate hikes that were approved by city councils and stuff in the past 6 years, and it's going way over the rate of inflation. And what are you going to do? Their response is, we shouldn't have any future rate hikes because of this reason. So rates should come down. So it's like, just keep paying more. If actual ownership, possession is important to you, you should be buying printed books, not ebooks. Yeah. If you want to actually have them as a backup, I don't tend to revisit them. I revisit audiobooks more so. Best Mac Pro 2016. Would you get a slim iPhone? Plus, why push a cheaper iPhone SE, Apple Intelligence, which doesn't do anything, but it's good on device? I think it's one of those things that the nice thing about Apple Intelligence is you're not buying a product only for that. So it gives Apple a lot of leeway to grow. Where when you buy like one of those AI pins, it better do it a ton. When you're paying for a subscription of ChatGPT, it better do a bunch. But when it's just in the background, it gives you a place to kind of grow from. Some of it I think is interesting, but some of it is just annoying. Like I turned off notification summaries because it just combines stuff too weird. Yeah. Lawrence, it's not it's not like that Amazon is likely to end Kindle. Yeah, they're not going to end it. It's really like how many books are going to be manipulated. You're like, I'm not that concerned about Jack Reacher novel 25, them removing something offensive or like, I don't want that. I think that's disgusting, the idea, but I most likely wouldn't see that. I wouldn't notice it because I won't revisit the book. I have a lot of books I've purchased but have not read. What are they doing? Another reason to dump Prime. Yeah, they don't care anymore. Uh, Chris, what are your thoughts on the iPhone 16e? I think it is the best budget or affordable phone they made. I always hated the SE model. It's like they recycled their old crap and kept it around way too long. It was like their Apple Watch, the Series 3. It was really a bad. They kept that around a long time. So this is the first their low end, lowest price phone that I think is really worth it. You know, it's using the A18 chip. Apparently, it's a binned one, so like a core or two. It has a core or two less, but it's got the power of Apple Intelligence. Where if they weren't trying to put that on there, you would have got a couple generations behind on the chip. It now has an OLED display. It doesn't have a home button. It has Face ID. You know, these are all things that the good phones have. It is a large 6.1 inch screen. So you're not getting an outdated phone now. I feel like Apple Intelligence forced them to make that a better phone. You don't have MagSafe on it, but you have wireless charging still. So do you want to pay $200 more for MagSafe? Do you want to pay the $200 more to get another camera lens? Like it's got a 48 megapixel camera in it. And what they do is they'll do like a 24 megapixel image, I think, but they double the pixels. So the density is twice as much. Blake, Craig's video has some interesting takes on the camera that I did not hear in other vids. The non-battery is a deal breaker for me since I'm in a condo where I can't change the outside of my place. Thank you, Blake. And Blake knows because he edited the video and did a great job. Got it nice and tight and keeps everything good in there that you need. So, because I'll babble on, as you guys know, but Blake cleaned it all up. And thank you for the time check, Bill. I need to get out of here in like 2 minutes. Will Amazon be removing Google Play Store from their devices? Will it be Amazon removing? Oh, there shouldn't be Google Play Store. I had to go around to install Google Play Store on their devices. They should be forced to put Google Play, and Google should be forced to put Amazon Play. UK, EU, get on that. Make them change it. Just make sure you buy the Aqara G5. See, and that's one of those things. Careful, said you can't turn on the light when it detects motion. See, and that's one of those things where you write it into an automation, and within Apple Home, it just triggers it as a normal light. And that's one of those David, I'll send you the screenshot I have, and I'm really curious about if you have. You can't turn on light when it detects motion. It's either on or off. See, I have mine, so it just triggers on and off. I wonder how if it's in the Aqara app. Because I was really surprised to learn in the Aqara app that it doesn't buffer. Lawrence, the UK wants its agents to just come along and poke around in your business. If you got nothing to do, snoop around in the people's emails for entertainment purposes. Yeah, why not? I just don't. That's one of the things that makes me not want to invest in Ring more was some of their practices of just their friendliness to law enforcement, them encouraging law enforcement to incentivize people to get it. Like they were giving away cameras to local law enforcement, and the local community, police were able to give them to people in the community. So you're like, I don't like that. Might be difficult when you're paying for a subscription live streaming service like ITVX. It's a streaming service in the UK that produces 4 ITV channels. Yeah, that's too many services. I got 2 minutes. I got to go. Right turn only. Me and my fiance fight about that all the time because I don't care, but she has a cop pull her over for going left at a right turn only. That's funny. Oh, I got way behind. Hi, Craig, UK. Welcome, Carl. Are you going to review the Aqara FP309? I haven't seen that or heard anything about it yet. So maybe if I get a chance to check it out, but I haven't heard about it yet. Duncan just asked my wife if we go somewhere and someone asks for my ID, I lose it. Not because I have something to hide, but what business is there? I can hear my wife muttering, oh, here we go. I'm the guy where they're like, can I get your phone number? Like there's businesses used to do that. I'm like, no, thank you. Can I get your email? No, thank you. I'm like, you don't need that. We don't ever need to talk. Blake, we can convert Kindle to Kobo e-readers, which is the competitor. It really says something that Amazon has not been able to take down the ebook competitor. In fact, they're growing. Yeah, people are pulling away. William, Craig, when it comes to our car, their device had become one of mine. Apple smart home favorites, especially now with the G5. I'm definitely looking into getting the PoE. Yeah, if you could run it and you got power over Ethernet set up, it's going to be your your quickest option. So the books in the library, I can't access anymore unless I download it. You'll be able to access everything through Amazon. You'll just never have another chance to get a copy of it after this weekend. What do you think of the best case for the iPhone 16 Pro? I've only used Apple's cases. I like the feel of them, of their leather ones. I'm not a big fan of the silicone one, but I mean, it's got the same feel. I just don't like the little resistance of silicone. My mom loved North Carolina. It's nice. Sorry, I got to plow through and really get out of here. New Amazon TV gets 4 stars from a major magazine, the test property in the UK. Would you recommend? I really have a tough time recommending an Amazon TV. I'm an LG or Samsung guy, and then slap a Fire TV stick on it. Because when I used their TV, their interface looked like it was 1080p. Lawrence, all car timing is in Matter. I can adjust all of it in Home Assistant. Yeah, you got. Oh, that's good. You got access because you can adjust it within Apple Home. Bill, okay, love the heat waves. You didn't answer my question. What is Amazon doing with my Kindle books? They are doing nothing. You just won't be able to download them after this weekend. Just did some digging. Looks like Aqara cloud storage available for both 8K and 32. Also mentioned Apple Secure Video for both with the 32 gigabyte. I don't think you need to. Yeah, that's not even an option in the US. I didn't hear any of the other guys speak about it. Spoke to Aqara. They hinted at a battery version. That's awesome. Larry, thank you for being here. Sorry, guys. I have to run. I have to take my daughter to dance. Kindle books to Kindles or Kindle app. Yes, thank you, Lawrence. You'll have all your access to your books. You just won't be able to have a physical down or a PDF version for your own digital collection. So on that note, I'm going to get out of here, take my daughter to dance. I appreciate you guys being here and all of your support. I love what you guys bring to the table. It's more than I would be able to find most of the time. So thank you again. And please check out tomorrow's video on the Aqara G5 Pro. My favorite camera. I love that it pops up on my Apple TV, on my devices. It's great. Thank you guys again. Got to go.